Hello friends, Tanya here for Trinity Stamps, and today I am going to use the Cupcake Card Die Set to make this sweet birthday card. Here is the Cupcake Card Die Set. As you can see, it has lots of components, and I'm going to use all of them today. I'm also going to use the words from the little layered ice cream cone dies to augment the sentiment on the front of this card. Here I have die cut all of the components of this die set. Some of them are from just white cardstock. Some are from some metallic cardstock. I've got some craft colored cardstock to do the actual cake part of the cupcake. And I'm also using some vellum to back the metallic words. And we've got some gel press printed cardstock that I use to create the frosting on the top of the cupcake. Here I've got a scrap of cardstock that you can actually see all of the wonderful embossing from the die for the frosting, and I'm using that as a backer so that it's all at the same level as the rest of the card. So I have carefully cut away the parts that will cause extra lumpy bumpies, and then I'm going to adhere this scrap piece behind the frosting, and then we'll adhere that to the card base. Now the card base cuts out a cupcake card base that opens from the side, and it is slightly larger than the rest of the layering pieces, which is great. I love that it creates this subtle border around the entire image. And we've got this candle that has a flame with two layers, a tiny layer that you can add right at the base of the flame to add a little extra dimension and detail. Now your cherry cuts in two pieces, an outline with the stem, so if you wanted to make that a different color you could. And the inside piece, I chose to leave them all red, reminiscent of a maraschino cherry, which is that bright red artificial sweet yumminess. Now I'm layering our metallic cardstock on top of the vellum to create the word wish, which comes in three pieces. There are two pieces for the word, the W and the ISH are separate, and then the tittle for the I. They all layer perfectly on the shadow die cut that I used to vellum to die cut. I've got all of those adhered together, and I'm figuring out my exact placement for the candle and the cherries, and there are a few places that you could put this word wish. You could put it all the way down on the bottom. It does fit on the cupcake liner. You could fit it up on the frosting, and you can layer it right over the center of the entire image. I decided to go high on the cupcake liner because we're going to add more to this sentiment. The cherry sits nicely and creates a great spot to put your candle near the top of the frosting. Just going to add a little glue at the base of the candle to adhere that under the cherry. Next, we're going to take a sentiment from the Simply Sentimental birthday stamp set. And I'm taking this lovely cursive birthday, and I'm going to add that on top of the frosting. Now I'm just going to set this inside of the Misty to get good alignment because I don't trust myself to stamp this by hand with an acrylic block, but you certainly could. I'm going to use some VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink to stamp this down onto our card front. Now you could die cut this, or you could heat emboss it. There's lots of ways to use this. The Simply Sentimental stamps and dies create lots of versatility. Next, we're going to take some words from the little layered ice cream cone die set to create the A Sweet part of the A Sweet birthday wish. Now, I didn't put anything on the inside of this card, but you could put all kinds of things in there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, take a moment to do that now. Check that description box for all of the products I used today. And until next time, bye-bye.